9 days after the deluge and devastation there, thousands are still waiting to be rescued. The weather office has warned of heavy rain and thunderstorms over the next 3 days. But the good news is that most of the stranded people and pilgrims have been kept in makeshift camps set up by the Army and Air Force. And despite the bad weather, the Air Force says it won't stop its operations. Till yesterday, 1,000 people had been airlifted and around 5,000 are still stranded in and around Badrinath. Hundreds who've been rescued have walked to the Army base camp in Rudraprayag, but overnight rain and landslides have blocked roads, so evacuations both on foot and by road have been hit. Around Harsil, which is en route to Gangotri, 1,400 people are waiting to be airlifted. Uttarakhand's Chief Minister said that all arrangements of food and water are made and the stranded will be rescued as soon as weather permits.
Yeah, the weather has definitely taken a turn for the worse, and we are in touch. We've seen the satellite pictures and we are in touch with all the troops we have dropped in forward areas, Badrinath, Kedarnath and Harsil sectors. So we are waiting for the weather to lift up there. Since this has been predicted about 2 days in advance, we had a 2-day notice. So in addition to pulling out casualties, every helicopter which has gone in has taken in adequate water, food, medicine and clothing and protection shelters in terms of tarpaulin and some tents. So be rest assured that the people who are still trapped, they have adequate food, help in terms of medical teams and army personnel, ITBP personnel, NDRF personnel to take care of them.
मौसम कैसा भी होने से हम काम करते रहते हैं क्योंकि बॉर्डर रोड्स हाई ऑल्टीट्यूड एरियाज में, स्नो बाउंड एरियाज में सब जगह काम करती है। तो हमने ये बारिशें वगैरह हम हर साल देखते हैं। हमारे लिए ये 50 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है कि हम ये इस तरह की हमारा एक्सपीरियंस है कि हम आपदाओं वगैरह में काफ़ी काम करते रहते हैं। सो इसका हमारे ऊपर इतना फर्क नहीं पड़ता हमारे काम करने के ऊपर, लेकिन ये है कि टेक्निकली थोड़ा सा मुश्किल हो जाता है। लैंडस्लाइड जो पहले थी, जो ट्रिगर नहीं हुई थी, वो हो सकता है ट्रिगर हो जाए, लेकिन उसको क्लियर करने में कोई खास समय नहीं लगेगा। उसे जल्दी से जल्दी क्लियर करके रोड खोल दिया जाएगा।
All right, well, let's go across to our reporters. Nitin joining us there from Rudraprayag, Radhika from Karanprayag. Nitin, first, what are you hearing from the army about the rescue operations today? Heavy cloud cover, of course, stopping the choppers and stalling them for the moment, but also landslides creating a big problem.
Well, yes, it's a multiple challenge that the forces face. Although at where I am at Rudraprayag, the sun is trying to force its way out of the clouds. There was overcast skies in the morning. There was drizzle also in Rudraprayag and Gauchar, which is the main army and the air force base from where the helicopters are taking off to go to Badrinath and to Kedarnath, search for possible stranded pilgrims in places like Bhairav Chatti and the old jungle Chatti, where they had cleared the pilgrims and had got 1,000 of them rescued from there. Also at Badrinath there are 5,000 odd, 5,000 plus people stranded there, not devastated. They have no injuries, no medical problems, but the road connection there to Badrinath is cut off, so therefore they will have to either walk or be airlifted by turns in batches. Now that's the major problem for the army and the air force. One, the weather doesn't permit helicopters doing multiple sorties in a day. They have to wait for the weather to clear up, the clouds to lift. Now they are waiting today in Gauchar, they are ready. The other thing, in the Kedarnath axis, the administration wants mass cremation of the victims there in Kedarnath. They have to carry the wood and ghee and other funeral material to Kedarnath. The army and the air force and the civil helicopters are ready, but they are not able to take off in large numbers to take that material to Kedarnath. Now all that will be a matter of detail, but the fact is that there are still about 6,500 people in Badrinath, Harsil, parts of the other inaccessible areas still stranded, not able to get back, and there are other people who are trying to come in search of their relatives from down in the plains, and they are also adding to the numbers of people in these areas. But overall, a fantastic, massive effort by the forces, the ITBP, the NDRF and the local administration to try and evacuate as many people as possible without any delay and without them suffering physically.
All right, let's go to Radhika, who's in Karanprayag. Radhika, you've been talking to many of the rescued people, many of the pilgrims in the camp. So can we say now that most of the people, even though they're still up there in the hills, they are safer now, as most of them are in camps where there is medicine and food available?
Yes, certainly. I mean, one can certainly say that most of the pilgrims that have been evacuated are safe, but they're stuck. And for them, after the ordeal they've gone through, the most urgent thing on their mind is to get home, which is proving to be difficult. The entire preoccupation here in the hills for just about anybody is either the weather or the roads. I'm on the National Highway 58. This is the main route that joins Delhi to Badrinath. It is open, but open here is very relative. It means that you can have a landslide any minute, and at most stretches, this is what the road looks like. Parts of it just caving into the river. So there is traffic now which is flowing, but that's because the BRO has just cleared a landslide here. What I'm trying to say is that the situation is a very slow one, which is not allowing recovery to happen and not allowing repairs to happen. So for now, wherever people can stay put, they are. Urgent supplies that need to be taken are being taken, but many of the villages, and that's actually where we're headed to a lot of the local villages in Uttarakhand that have been completely cut off. The media hasn't been able to even reach them at the moment, neither has the administration. Now, the one thing I'd like to say though is that many people in the hills are used to the hardship of monsoons, but this time the monsoons came too early. So the usual supplies that they stock up, preparing themselves for the monsoons, preparing themselves for being cut off, was not done. That process was not done, and as a result, many of these villages are actually without basic supplies. We don't have a full estimate of that. The district administration that we spoke to is trying to figure it out. We're in Karnaprayag trying to make our way towards Okhimat, towards some of the villages which have been cut off, and we'll keep bringing you updates, Gargi, as we move along.
All right.